Toshua, welcome to DBL. Now, I love your story because it shows how one person can make a difference. Now, first things first, tell me all about your store and your small little town up there in Alaska.
Well, the town is Gustavus. We're about 50 miles west of Juneau, roughly. A little town of 450 people. Got water on two sides, a mountain range on the other. You're not getting out unless you're on a plane or a boat. So it's really remote, and we have a small little store here that we started about 10 years ago. And I mean small. It's tight aisles. You run into your neighbors there, and they congest with people talking.
So now tell me about this 14-hour boat ride you and your crew have to take to get these supplies.
Well, yeah, so now the state ferry quit running a few months ago. We thankfully bought a boat last fall, and we started to realize how really totally dependent we were on the state ferry system. It's a 14-hour transit time, but it's actually quite a bit more than that because there's no boat harbor here in Gustavus. Of all things, we're right on the water, but we don't have a boat harbor. So what we do have is a river, and we go up the river with almost a 100-foot-long boat, but it's a tidal river, so on low tide, you can walk across it. So it's only twice a day we can get in or out of that river. So we'll leave the river, go all the way over to Juneau, which takes about 7 hours, load up all the groceries, get everything loaded. But unfortunately, we can't get back here in time to catch the next high tide. So we either have to, when it works out well, tie up to the dock in Juneau overnight, or oftentimes just go anchor up in Icy Passage out here and hope there's no bad weather and wait for the tide to come in to be able to get back up the river again. So it's quite a voyage, about 24 hours to turn around total.
Wow. I take for granted how easy it is for me to run to the grocery store, so I'm loving this conversation so far, Toshua. It could have been easy for you just to pack up shop, close it down. Why didn't you?
Well, sure, and the reality is it would have been a heck of a lot cheaper to close up, but you just can't. I mean, when you're the only grocery store in town, people are counting on you, and you have to provide for them. So, really, it's your friends, it's your neighbors. We look out for each other, even though financially closing the store for this time would have made a lot more sense. You just can't do that to people. You can't say, hey, thanks for your business all these years, but right now it's kind of inconvenient, so we're just not going to have any groceries for you. I mean, that's just not an option, so we had to find a way to make it work.
Wow, your metaphors for what's going on right now in the world are astonishing because I think everyone could use some of that neighborly advice,
Yeah, I mean, in a small town, you get to know everyone, you know the good, you know the bad, but everyone looks out for everyone else, no matter what, and that's really what it's all about here.
Do you think this is a new normal for you? I know you're not quitting on yourself, and I know you're not quitting on that town, but are you going to keep this up if that's what the people demand?
Yeah, we won't have a choice. The more we talk about it, we're going to be holding on to the boat because, the state ferry has a lot of unknowns right now. Our state budget is really dependent on the price of oil, which obviously is just decimated. We're definitely going to keep the boat ready to roll because we may need it.
Well, Toshua, you seem like a determined person. You seem like you got a great heart, and I don't think if you have a combination of both of those that anything's going to stop you. So best of luck in your future endeavors. I know you're going to be doing great.
Hey, I appreciate it. We'll keep doing what we're doing.
All right. Thanks for your time, Toshua. Keep up the good work.